Hey y'all, what's going on? Welcome to the land of Reckless Logic. Please make sure you guys pop that like button, hit the subscribe button, and please smack that notification bell so do not miss any of my posts from me. Let's get straight into this video and let's talk about the things of the things. I'm not gonna lie, y'all almost choked on my spit. So how you guys doing? What's going on? I'm knocking these videos out, but I want to get up in here and talk about the people. Jesus, I couldn't not get that out to save my life. Alright, so this video is gonna be kind of more towards the reality TV. It's gonna be centered towards the reality TV, Real Housewives of Potomac, Atlanta. Talk about the girls of the girls. You get what I'm saying? So first things we're gonna start off with the Real Housewives of Potomac. So over in Potomac land, they got a lawsuit that's pending, baby. Well, another one that's pending. So it says the Real Housewives. Now keep in mind, my source is the Neighborhood Talk. The Real Housewives of Potomac cast member Kiana, I'm gonna think it's Kiana. I'm gonna go with Kiana. Kiana Stewart is suing Deborah Williams for assault and battery over their fight that was featured on last season. Wants $10 million. Girl, neighbors getting there for this one. Real Housewives of Potomac cast member Kiana Stewart is taking Ashley Darby's friend Deborah Williams to court over the fight that was featured on last season. According to TV Deets, Kiana, I feel like I'm saying this woman's name wrong, but I know on the season I was able to get it right, girl. Whatever. Is suing Deborah for assault and battery. She claims the glass cup Deborah hit with during the fight caused a serious laceration. Girl, my tongue. In the documents, Kiana states that she had to receive medical care, stitches, and was left with a permanent scar. Ooh, girl, I would have turned her every which way but loose again. Deborah wants a cool $10 million in damages for the mental and physical anguish associated with this incident. Deborah has plead. Girl, how you gonna plead not guilty when, girl, you started plead not guilty and is denying the allegations made against her in the complaint. Okay, before I even give my thoughts on everything, girl. Okay, so so fill you guys in. If you guys have not been watching The Real Housewives of Potomac, let me fill you guys in. So there was a scene last season where Deborah, who is Ashley Darby's friend, who's a main cast member on the show. And so Deborah, who is Ashley's friend, who's not a cast member, her friend, she wanted to confront Candace, who is a main cast member, about her husband, about something petty. But in the moment, everybody in the circle, which is the main cast members, the 7 housewives, knew that Deborah was looking for a moment. And even Ashley knew that Deborah was looking for a moment. That's the reason why she brought Deborah there. Because Ashley is messy. So she brought Deborah to the club to confront Candace. Shout out to Color Me Pink. Candace about something so petty. Because Candace was not trying to engage with Deborah. Even Mia, who was another main cast member, was not trying to engage with Deborah. Deborah was looking for the smoke. Deborah was looking for a problem. Yeah, well, baby girl, you found yourself a problem. More like $10 million of a problem. So the issue is that how can you, Miss Deborah, try to deny said claims, and really it's going to be hard for you to really, at least in my personal opinion. Keep in mind, I don't know the law in and out. I don't know anything about the law, so I could be wrong. But in my personal opinion, girl, I don't know how you're going to be able to deny any of this stuff, because there's video footage of you looking for an issue on camera, walking up to multiple people, trying to make an issue, make something out of nothing, and everybody's paying you dust. And then it's also video footage of you escalating an exchange, making it a heated exchange, and then also resulting in a fight, which someone else ended up getting hurt. So I don't know how you're gonna get out of this, Deborah, but I'm really interested to see how things are gonna play out on camera in terms of you, but that's if they show it on camera, in terms of Deborah and Miss Ashley Darby. Because the thing is that on the Real Housewives of Potomac last season, the reunion, Ashley decided to give, I want to say her name is I'm gonna say Kiana, gave Kiana a apology, but Kiana clocked Ashley's tea and she let it be known that, girl, you are the queen of aftermath apologies. And I guess Ashley thought she was smart when she came up with a very cliche response, as in, what do you mean aftermath apologies? Apologies are supposed to be done aftermath. What, I wouldn't be apologizing if it didn't happen. If something didn't happen, and after that, I did. And but Kiana clocked her tea and let it be known that the issue is that you're not proactive about starting the mess. You actually agitate situations to make the mess worse. That's what you do. You are messy. That's essentially what she was saying. You're messy. So I wonder how things are going to play out in terms of Deborah and Ashley. Well, shout out to them. They just, well, shout out to Deborah. She just letting herself in a lawsuit. Look at now. Let's see what the people got to say. Considering it's a work-related injury, I'll want 10 million too. Now here's the thing too. That's what you do. You supposed to make your price extremely high. Now I don't know if she's gonna get it or not. I don't know. Once again, I don't know at all. But that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to make your price extremely high, and then you work then as they're working their way down. So instead of you getting 10 million, you probably get like 3 million. Or instead of getting 10 million, you probably get like 1 million. Instead of getting 10 million, you get like 2. You get what I'm saying? That's what you do. So she did it right. Now says Sesame Street don't have 10 million. Another person says she whooped her and is going to get paid and sue her homegirl in the neon green dress too, and Ashley Darby. Come on, I know this right. Another person says, let me get this correct. You was the aggressor and put paws on somebody. Now you want to sue? Yes, this was definitely a storyline for next season. Now hold up, I need to understand how. Let me make sure. Deborah hit her in the head with the glass. Now this person responding. Deborah hit her in the head with the glass first. What are you talking about? Another person says, how was she the aggressor when the other girl threw the cup and it hit her? Then he responded, this person responded, says, girl, Deb was going for Candace and she jumped in, so she got what she got. Don't at me. She should have jumped in it either way. You know what's very interesting to me? It's very fascinating how a group of people, an audience, viewers can watch the exact same thing, but have 23,000 interpretations of what actually happened. Initially, when I was younger, stuff like that I'll be confused about, but I also know what I know now. I also know that bias does blur one's perception. I'm just saying. Let me read a few more, then we're going to continue, girl. The suit. No, one person says the suit is long overdue. Big Bird tried it. Come on, Big Bird. Another person says, how sway when she clearly hit the girl first. Ooh. Another person says, let me on the show. I won't sue. Another person says, I never understood fighting and suing. Girl, then you must not have no money, baby. I never understood fighting and suing. Girl, get your bang for your buck. Another person says, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Period. I'm going to read a few more, then I'm done. She needs to add whoever was in that yellow dress too. Another person says, they practically jumped her too. Several people pushed her and the other lady yanked her hair. So yeah, keep in mind, here's the thing. I'm going to say this and I'm done. When you enter a certain caliber in terms of social status and financial status, you have to be mindful of the things that you do because it can cost you a pretty penny. And I think that's what Deborah is about to find out. Not saying that Key, I'm going to call her Key. Key is going to get that. But it just makes you put things in perspective. That's the reason why a lot of people who have a lot of money and funds and got stuff to lose, they say, I'm not fighting no more. Because they realize you can lose it all or lose a lot of it. I digress. Let's continue. So once we leave one hot mess from Real Housewives of Potomac, let's tiptoe and make our way over to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. You know, my girl Kenya has been a hot topic for weeks now. So it says here, and this is brought to you guys by the Jasmine brand. Jasmine brand 365. Kenya Moore and Mark Daly officially divorced. He'll pay $2,000 in monthly child support. His ain't shit ass. Now it says Kenya Moore and Mark Daly are officially over. Per In Touch Weekly, a judge signed off on Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kenya Moore and her ex-husband Mark Daly divorced this week, and the settlement agreed has been signed. Come on, signatures. According to court documents, Kenya, 53, she looks good to be 53, I know that's right, was awarded primary custody of their 5-year-old daughter, Brooklyn, which I'm 100% happy for, because to be completely honest, he did not want that little girl. I'm gonna be the one to say it. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that's thinking it too, or even believes it, and I'm think a lot of people believe it. He does not want Brooklyn. If anything, every time he wants to be around Brooklyn is just to spite Kenya. Like we seen on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, I don't know what season it was, don't quote me on the season, but where he was supposed to keep Brooklyn, but then yet he wanted to drop Brooklyn off all of a sudden for work. Go to hell. Anyway, the duo agreed to share joint legal custody of their daughter, which will allow Mark to have a say in important life decisions. Now, keep in mind, too, one of those important life decisions he was trying to keep, well, allegedly, because, girl, I haven't seen no documentation, nothing like that, but allegedly he was trying to keep Brooklyn from being on the reality TV show, which is Kenya's moneymaker. And to be completely honest, Kenya and Portia have a lot in common because their men always seem to try to go after their money. Their houses, their money. Well, Kenya's house, but their jobs. Both of them between Simon and Mark. The duo agreed to share. No. Okay, share. Life decision. Okay, it says here. Kenya and Mark agreed to make custody exchanges in a public location. Mark agreed to pay his ex $2,000 per month in child support, despite her being the higher earner. In addition, he agreed to pay Kenya an additional $1,000 per month to fund a college savings account. Neither party will receive alimony or spousal support. I'm bet she's just happy that just to finally be done with this nagger. Kenya and Mark wed in 2017 and split in September 2019. In court documents, the Real Housewives of Atlanta star said that the marriage was broken or whatever. Yes, it's in December 2023. She told People after the settlement was reached, after more than 3 years of litigation, I have finally been granted a divorce. Y'all think Kenya already got her a new boo? I don't know. I don't know if she did it, honestly. But let's see what a couple of people had to say. He's paying more for one child than the Dorico's father for 13. Girl, I know that's right. Odd how after she suspended, all of a sudden they finally agree on divorce terms. I wonder if Mark was holding out because of her Bravo check. Another person says they never had a marriage. She was in ATL. He was in NY. Okay, a person responding says, "Is that what the voices in your head tells you, girl? That is a key." Because I was thinking just because they weren't in the same state, that does not mean they weren't married. Legally, on paper, they're married, so it was a marriage. Now, did they behave like the traditional idea of what people may think a marriage should be, which is the same household, baby, kids, school, jobs, husband, wife? No, but on paper, they were married. I'm just saying. And another person says, I know she's happy to be done. Another person says, but the Dorico dad only has to pay $1,200 for 13 kids. Another person says he got off Izzy. So everybody happy that she got marked the flying heck about it here. Because the thing about it is that he's a piece of ish ass nagger. Tried to take that woman's house when, to be completely honest, More Manor was built and made before you even tiptoe and made your way over to Kenya Moore land. I'm just saying. But I digress, girl. So I'm happy for Kenya. Um, this also goes to another thing. Also, be careful who you have children with. And I understand some things are kind of inevitable because people do lie, people do put on a face, they do put on a front. So sometimes you may think you may be getting a good deal in terms of your partner, but then as time starts to go on, you start to see different faces or different phases in people's lives that if you probably would have seen beforehand, you probably never would have agreed to it. Because then once your feelings and emotions get tied into the said situations, it can be hard to detach. I'm just saying. But congratulations to her. But let's continue to talk about, let's stay in Real Housewives of Atlanta land real quick. Now, remember y'all when I did the video talking about Kenya and the suspension and all the other stuff and yada yada yada. So, let's get back to what Kandi said on the Real Housewives of Atlanta and Kenya's suspension. So essentially, Kandi stuck up for Kenya. Essentially, what Kandi was saying was that she don't understand why they even suspended her because the thing about it, when has Bravo ever had boundaries? And people calling Kandi out saying that, girl, let's not forget Phaedra, Portia, that whole situation that was going on with you. But essentially what I took from it was like, girl, y'all didn't have no boundaries, right? Like, y'all never had boundaries. Y'all never stopped filming. Y'all never suspended anyone. Y'all just let it continue to ride. When Kandi had that lie going on, y'all continued to film. And when it came out, y'all let the cards fall where they may. Now, despite all of that, a viewer in the comment section under the post of Kandi defending Kenya, this is what the viewer said. It says, but when Phaedra lied, she got kicked off, and you praised Bravo for doing so and refused to ever film with her again. What Kenya did was wrong, illegal, and her friends don't hold her accountable. Now, here's the thing that irks my spirit is that every single thing that, and I said this in the video, every single thing that has been put out about the situation surrounding Kenya Moore's hair salon's grand opening, the RP, the insurance fraud, nothing actually is concrete to say that she participated in RP. We have audio of Kenya going off on Britney allegedly, but that does not mean that she participated in RP. We have pictures of billboards, poster boards of insurance fraud heifer across them, but that does not mean that Kenya participated in RP. And the thing that's very irritating to me is that every time we have this conversation in terms of the RP, the actual act of actually committing RP and showing these explicit photos of Britney allegedly, we always have to slap allegedly to it because it's alleged. It's not exactly what happened for sure. It's always alleged. And the thing that gets me is that people make it seem like we know for a fact this is what happened. No, we don't know if that happened for real. Like we're only going based off of what an uncredible source, media takeout. Who the first and foremost, who 100% take media takeout as a 100% credible source? That's like me putting Wikipedia on my essay as a credible source and citing that as my source. You know I would get a smooth F on my essay, girl. And then on top of that, people talking about Michelle A.T. Okay, cool, that's cool, but let's not forget she was outside. She didn't get in. So everything has been alleged. Now, my thing is you can have your ideas and saying like, oh, I think she did this. Okay, cool. Like, I think that she didn't do it. You can have your idea and be like, I think she did it. But to talk as if she did it and she deserves to be fired, I'm like, girl, the issue is that I don't know anything, and the people who have the opposite opinion as I do don't know anything either. I have not seen the actual photo of the RP of what apparently got Kenya suspended. Y'all have not seen the picture of RP that allegedly got Kenya suspended. So with that being said, I can say that I don't think that she did it. You can say she didn't do it. But the issue is when you're trying to get somebody fired on something that you can't even back up to say that it's true or not. That's the issue. But I digress. Let's continue, girl. Whew, girl. So what she did, what Kenya did was wrong / illegal, even though we can't prove that she actually did it. And her friends don't hold her accountable. That's actually not true because Kenya, Kandi, and Cynthia typically get in Kenya's behind about the stupid stuff that she does. But I digress. So Kenya responded to the viewer and says, "You are assuming a lot. No one credible, including my corporate employer, has confirmed anything whatsoever. Therefore, everyone is literally running with unsubstantiated claims and false narratives. Patience is a virtue, and so is due process." So that's what Kenya had to say. So my girl is holding her innocence, and we're gonna see. We're gonna see what we see. Now, like I'm gonna say it again, I don't think she participated in RP. I don't see Kenya, someone who knows that the same production company never has her back, doesn't protect her the same way that they have protected Marlo and Portia. So if she knows that, because that was one of her gripes that she mentioned on the Carlos King interview, I don't see her going to her grand opening and doing something so disgusting, quote unquote, as an RP, and her knowing that she's not going to be protected and knowing that it was on film, and then when the situation hits the fan, she completely denies that she did it, knowing that they can just easily just show the footage when it comes out. I don't see that. I digress. Let's continue. Girl. So Nene Leakes lands her own reality TV show on Lifetime called Outrageous Love with Nene Leakes. Show will highlight ups and downs of couples' love lives. Ooh, come on, love lives. Neighbors. Now this is brought to you guys by Neighborhood Talk. Neighbors. Nene Leakes may not be heading back to Bravo anytime soon, but that doesn't mean that the reality TV star isn't out here working. I know that's right. Because, keep in mind, Nene was on Zeus, y'all. Nene is heading to Lifetime with a new show called Outrageous Love with Nene Leakes. According to Deadline, the show will focus on the ups and downs of couples' love lives with commentary by Nene, who will also draw from her own personal experiences to help the couple provide additional insight. So y'all remember when Nene said the whole thing about cheating, as in like she just don't want to know about it. We're going to talk about that in 2.5 seconds. This is Nene's first big move back to the TV sphere since departing from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So let's see what some of the people had to say. Marlo Hampton is under the comments and she says she's back. Phaedra Parks says congratulations, sis. Tammy Roman put the clapping emojis like, oh, yes, ma'am. One person says one thing about Nene, she gonna go where the money at. Another person says if she gonna close her legs to marry men on that show, congrats, Nene. Another person you're so petty. Another person says her hateful white refrigerator should be on there. Another person says y'all lying if you say if you not turning in. I think I'm gonna say this. I think a lot of people do miss Nene on TV. I do. I miss seeing Nene on TV. The last version of Nene I was not too fond of. When Nene first came on reality TV, I lived for her. But once we got to like season 6, I'm gonna say season 6, that's when I started to really not like Nene on Real Housewives. Liked her on season 8-ish. She was neutral. Season 8 when she came back. Then season 10, liked her. 11, didn't really watch that season because Kenya wasn't on there, to be honest with y'all. I didn't watch it. Then when her and Kenya was tag teaming Kim Zolciak. I loved her that season. But after that, didn't like her, to be honest with you. But I do actually do miss seeing Nene on TV. And I think she'll bring in the views because people do miss her. She is in demand, be honest with you. But y'all remember when Nene was online talking about she want her man to cheat. If he does cheat, she don't want to find out about it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like in that situation, with that conversation, Nene was having like a conversation that was a little bit too real and too raw. Be honest with you. What I mean by that is this. I think that with women that reach a certain social status, when they get to have access to men who may have a certain amount of money, they know what comes with that. They know that this man, yeah, he may have access to me, but however, he has access to other women because he may be attractive. Well, apparently he's attracted to me. So if he's attracted to me, he's attracted to other women. So he's attractive to somebody. And then not only that, he has access to resources and money, which makes him more attractive as well as a man in this society. Because keep in mind, if Beyonce can be cheated on, girl, anybody can be cheated on. This bad boy, I'm gonna be honest with you. Anybody can be cheated on. Beyonce can be cheated on. So she prefers not to know about it because let's just call a spade a spade. And I know people probably not gonna like what I'm about to say, but I feel like I've heard other people say this before, but there is a difference between being cheated on and not knowing about it versus being cheated on and you bringing a bitch to the backyard barbecue and I'm meeting her ass and saying hi to her, not knowing that you were slobbing all up and down on my husband. You get what I'm saying? Both of those situations are horrible, but there's a difference between the two. Get what I'm saying? We here. But that's really it for my video for today, guys. Please make sure you guys pop that like button, hit the subscribe button, and please smack that notification bell so do not miss any more posts from me. Y'all let me know what you guys think in the Real Housewives saga. Give me your thoughts. About Key about to turn Deborah every which way but loose in this courtroom like Jonathan Majors was getting turned every which way. Let me know about Kenya and Mark. She finally made her way out of that relationship. And also let me know what you guys think about Nene and Kenya holding her innocence. But until next time, guys, I will see you guys later. And you guys make sure